You paid $60,000 for a Toyota because you trusted the name. Now your engine is eating itself alive and Toyota knew about it, issued a fix, watched it fail, issued another fix, watched that fail too, and just recalled 44,000 more trucks. This is the biggest reliability betrayal in Toyota's history. The breaking news. On May 20th, 2026, Toyota dropped a bombshell. A third recall, yes, you heard that right. A third recall has been issued for the twin-turbocharged 3.4-liter V6 engine powering the current generation Toyota Tundra. This time, approximately 44,000 model year 2024. Tundra non-hybrid trucks are affected. And the reason is the same reason as before. Machining debris left inside the engine during manufacturing. Debris that can destroy internal components, seize bearings, and cause complete catastrophic engine failure while you're driving down the highway. But here's what makes this recall different from the first two. These engines were supposed to be fixed already. Toyota had already implemented additional manufacturing controls specifically designed to prevent this exact problem, and it still happened. Let that sink in for a second. Toyota put in extra safeguards, extra cleaning procedures, extra quality controls, and the engines are still failing. According to Toyota's own official recall notice, and I'm quoting directly here, the engines involved in this new recall were produced using additional controls for removing manufacturing debris. We have found that even after these additional controls, the remaining debris could be sufficient to cause damage to the number one main bearing and lead to this issue. They tried to fix it. It didn't work. And now 44,000 more Tundra owners are caught in the crossfire. The timeline of failure. To understand just how bad this has gotten, you need to see the full timeline. Because this disaster didn't happen overnight. It started in May 2024. Toyota issued its first recall for the twin-turbo V6, covering approximately 102,000 vehicles, 2022 and 2023 model year Tundras and Lexus LX models. The problem: machining debris contaminating the engine assembly. The fix: full engine replacements for the most severely affected trucks. Then came November 2025, a second recall, this time expanding to 127,000 vehicles, now pulling in the Lexus GX as well. More debris, more bearing failures, more engine replacements. And now May 2026, recall number 3. Another 44,000 trucks, same root cause, same bearing failures, same devastated owners. Do the math. We are now looking at over 270,000 vehicles recalled across 3 separate campaigns, and that number keeps climbing. The NHTSA recall report filed May 20th, 2026, under recall number 26V320 covers 2024. Tundra production from February 7th, 2024 all the way through August 5th, 2024. And according to Toyota's own investigation, the wear patterns found on bearings from this third batch of engines are identical to the wear patterns found on engines from the first 2 recalls. Identical. After all the fixes, after all the controls, after all the promises, Toyota has repaired more than 77,000 of the 102,000 vehicles from that original May 2024 recall. But for the November 2025 recall and this newest one, no remedy has even been finalized yet. Toyota says they aim to finalize the fix within the next couple of months. Owner notification letters for this latest recall aren't expected until July 2026. So, if you own a 2024 Tundra right now, you could be driving a truck with a failing engine, and you might not even know it yet. Data tells a much more alarming picture. The engine at the center of all this is the V35A FTS, Toyota's 3.4-liter twin-turbocharged V6. It replaced the legendary 5.7-liter V8 that powered previous generation Tundras. Toyota marketed it as more powerful, more fuel-efficient, and more modern. But here's what the teardowns and independent analysis are revealing. The number one main bearing, the bearing that keeps failing, is under enormous pressure in this engine. And there are several reasons why. First, oil viscosity. In North America, Toyota specifies 0W20 weight oil as the only approved viscosity for this engine. That's extremely thin oil. And while thin oil works fine and naturally, aspirated engines, this is a forced induction engine. A twin turbocharged engine producing massive cylinder pressures. All that pressure gets hammered through the pistons, through the connecting rods, directly onto the crankshaft. And that razor-thin film of 0W20 oil is the only thing standing between the spinning crankshaft and the bearing shells. Here's the kicker. In other regions of the world, like the Middle East and Asia, Toyota actually approves thicker oil viscosities for this exact same engine, the same V35A FTS. In those markets, owners can run 5W20, 5W30, even 10W30. But here in North America, 0W20 only because of emissions regulations. Second, bearing surface area. A V6 engine only has 4 sets of main bearings, has 7 sets of main bearings. That means each individual bearing on the Tundra's V6 is absorbing roughly 25% of the total engine load, while each bearing on the Hurricane only handles about 14%. That's a massive difference in stress per bearing. And when you look at total main bearing surface area across the competitive segment, the Hurricane comes out on top by a wide margin. The Tundra's V6 is at the bottom. Third, tight clearances under high load. The V35A runs tight internal clearances, which is fine for a naturally aspirated engine, but combined with the high cylinder pressures of forced induction and thin 0W20 oil, those tight clearances leave almost zero margin for error. Any contamination, even microscopic debris, can disrupt the oil film and cause metal-to-metal contact between the crankshaft and the bearing shell. And once that happens, it's over. The engine is done. Compare this to Ford's EcoBoost engines, the 2.7-liter and 3.5-liter, which are also turbocharged, but run 5W20 oil and have proven long-term durability. Or GM's 2.7-liter TurboMax, which runs 5W30, or the Ram Hurricane Inline 6, also 0W20, but with dramatically more bearing surface area spread across 7 bearing sets. The Tundra's V6 is the outlier, and the failure data proves it. Toyota's investigation revealed deeply troubling findings. From November 2025 to February 2026, Toyota studied engines built at their Alabama plant with improved manufacturing processes after the first 2 recalls. They examined a cam housing clearance change and its effect on bearing pressure. The result? A stack-up of bearing pressure based on variables that included timing, chain tension, and engine loading scenarios. Critically, this pressure stack-up could not differentiate newer engines from those already recalled. Newer engines were under the same dangerous bearing pressures. From March to May 2026, Toyota and their bearing supplier ran bench tests introducing debris onto bearings under simulated loads. The results showed that even a single piece of debris of sufficient size could fatigue the bearing. Field analysis of bearings from 2024 engines showed the exact same wear patterns as bearings from 2022 and 2023 engines that had already failed. Same wear, same failure mode, different model year, different manufacturing controls. Owner stories are gut-wrenching. One 2024 Tundra 1794 edition owner with only 30,000 miles experienced complete engine failure while trying to trade it in. The dealer offered $45,000. Kelley Blue Book value was $54,500 and said the engine failure on Carfax would devalue the vehicle. The owner would take the financial hit for Toyota's defect. Other owners report waiting weeks or months for replacement engines. The demand from 3 recall campaigns has overwhelmed supply chains. Symptoms include metallic debris in oil, engine knocking, sudden warning lights, complete highway shutdowns with no warning. Hybrid Tundras and Sequoias use the same V35A engine and are failing, too. But Toyota has not included hybrids in any recall. The theory: because the hybrid's electric motor can provide limited propulsion even when the combustion engine fails, Toyota doesn't classify it as the same safety risk. Hybrid owners are outraged. One forum moderator called Toyota's behavior straight-up deceiving. The bigger picture? Toyota built its brand on reliability. The previous generation's 5.7L V8 was legendary. Owners ran them to 300,000 miles without issues. Then Toyota replaced it with the twin-turbo 3.4L V6, and problems started immediately. Now Ram is bringing back V8s with 77 horsepower Hellcat engines. GM is investing billions in new V8 development, and Toyota has no plans to bring back the V8. The Tundra is now being compared unfavorably to the GM 6.2L, an engine already known for problems. One journalist said, Toyota built its reputation on reliable, simple, underpowered, and outdated powertrains. As they've tried to catch up and lead in technology, they are failing. What Tundra owners should do. 1. Check your VIN at toyota.com, recall, or nhtsa.gov recalls. 2. If included, contact your dealer immediately. Repairs are free. Don't wait for the letter. 3. Monitor for knocking sounds, rough running, warning lights, or power loss. Get to a dealer immediately if you experience any. 4. Hybrid owners. Document symptoms and report them to NHTSA. More complaints mean more pressure to expand the recall. 5. If buying used, check the VIN for recall history and whether the engine was replaced. Engine replacements on Carfax will affect resale value. Will 2025 and 2026 Tundras be next? Toyota says newer engines have an improved main bearing designed to resist debris, and failure rates appear lower. But the last confirmed complete engine failure for a 2025 Tundra was reported to NHTSA on January 20, 2026. Failures haven't stopped, they've just slowed. Many replacement engines from the first recall were manufactured during the same window as engines now being recalled in round 3. If those replacement engines contain the same debris, some owners who already had engines replaced could face failure again. 3 recalls. Over 300,000 engines. No final fix in sight. Toyota's twin-turbo V6 disaster is far from over, and the brand's legendary reliability reputation may never fully recover. Would you trust a 2026 Tundra? Let me know in the comments. Smash like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.